Welcome to the Get Sacred podcast. I'm your host, intuitive life coach Melissa Elysian, and I'm here to teach you how to create more money, more love, and more sacred success. If you're ready to create a lusciously abundant and pleasure-filled life, you're in the right place. Hey, love. Today on the podcast, I want to just talk to you about the idea of doing what makes you feel rich. So on your journey of increasing your income, right? Increasing your income so that you can really take care of yourself as you move through the world and bring your magic into the world and do your work, whatever it is. On this journey, one of the things that you really need to understand is that to become rich is not about a number. It's not about a dollar amount. It really isn't. It's really about the feeling. It's really about the emotions. It's really about the sensation, right? It's about what it feels like, because there's not a number that you get to decide is rich. And certainly if you wait for a number to feel rich, to feel abundant, to feel prosperous, you're going to be at a disadvantage because the number is not going to do it for you. You can have lots of things in the physical realm and still feel lack and still feel unsupported and still feel like you're missing something. That sensation comes from inside of you. And that's really how you call more of it in, is understanding it comes from inside of you, creating it, matching that energy, and then it multiplies. So one of my practices that I offer to you is making sure that I'm doing things that make me feel rich. Doing things that make me feel prosperous and abundant. So what that looks like for me, and some of these might be silly, but what that looks like for me is so simple. Like having my car clean makes me feel like $1 million. What else makes me feel like $1 million? Oh, spending time with my partner, like just taking a walk, right? It makes me feel so full. There's something about taking a walk together in our own neighborhood and basking in our neighborhood and all of, passing our favorite stores and restaurants and like really enjoying our neighborhood and talking together about nothing and walking to nowhere. That makes me feel like life is so full. Like there's so much time, there's so much energy, there's so much abundance in community. It makes me feel rich because like there's no pressure to be anywhere or to do anything. We'll just start walking and we don't even know where we're going. But we're taking in our life, the life that surrounds us, and it makes me feel so abundant. What else makes me feel that way? Did I mention tidiness? Yes, my car, right? Being tidy in any space makes me feel rich. Oh, I just bought a really great pair of silk pajamas that makes me feel boss. It seems like silly, but some of these things that really don't cost anything or don't cost that much make me have the experience of luxury in my life on my terms, right? The richness isn't defined by somebody else. It's defined by me. So yes, some of the things that make me feel really abundant are physical things in my reality that I'm like, oh, that is so dope. That is so fly. That is so fancy. And then other things that make me feel rich, like the walks that I told you about, or just sitting in my backyard in the hammock in the middle of the day. I mean, when I do that, it makes me feel so baller. I'm on my hammock looking into the sky and up at the trees, and I'm thinking to myself, the real thoughts that I have are just like, how lucky am I? How blessed am I? How abundant am I that I get to just relax here in the middle of the day I don't have to do anything in particular. And it doesn't mean that I don't have a to-do list as much as because I've taken the time to really take care of myself, treat myself, take a break, which is like not an impossible thing to do, take a break. I get the experience, I get the luxury of like deep relaxation, being out in nature, and feeling like time is expansive. That shit makes me feel rich, like baller. It really does. And so I'm offering these silly and simple things, my list, right, to you, just so that you can think about the things that really put you in the energy of abundance, things that really make you feel luxe, things that really make you feel full, like you have everything that you need, things that make you feel blessed beyond measure. Like, start collecting these things. And when I say these things, they're not just physical things. They're emotional things. They're experiential things, right? Certainly you can collect physical things that make you feel rich in such a way that actually makes you feel broke, right? Like if you're just using physical things to satiate or to satisfy that need, you might end up in a situation where you're creating lack because of that, right? Like you have to be mindful that it's actually from what you're feeling. Like that's where you're getting your resource from, right? So it's not just about collecting items for the sake of having them as much as it's what do you feel like? What do you experience having it? Like what is the sensation? What is the sensory experience of having it, right? Let that be what puts you in the vibration. Let that be the thing that raises you. Because when you're in that energy, you attract it. When you're in that energy, you're matching it. You're calling it in. You're creating more of it. You're multiplying it. It's so freaking amazing and magnetic that how simple an act of allowing yourself to carry the emotions and feelings of abundance will just call more to you with ease, with grace. And while that's happening, you're actually allowing yourself to feel it right now. Instead of waiting until you reach some goal or number, you're allowing yourself to feel it right now. And that is the true wealth, right? The true wealth is actually taking in that experience, right? And living it every day. So you don't have to start no, you don't have to wait for that. You can start having that feeling more and more every single day. And you'll find at some point, which is I find, that even though I'm expanding and increasing all the time and my goals are getting bigger, I'm realizing the feelings and the sensations that I want for my life, I have them now. And I know that even if I weren't to reach a particular number goal or any other outcome that I'm after, I have it now. I have the sensations and feelings and understanding of success in my body right now. I live it every single day. I live abundance every single day. I feel rich every single day. Do I have moments where I don't feel some of these things? Sure, but every single day I have this experience in my life now, and it just gets compounded by the fact that I'm intentional about creating more and more of it all the time. So, in conclusion, I want you to do what makes you feel rich, and I want you to do it understanding that the feeling is the most important thing, and you're not faking it. I want you to really dive into understanding that the abundance that you're wanting in the future, you also can have that feeling right now, right? Use gratitude and use your manifesting power to pull in the things that make you feel fucking luxe, right? Like make you feel incredibly luxurious and expansive and rich and prosperous and abundant, okay? Do what makes you feel rich and watch it multiply what you can manifest. I love you. Hey love, before you go, I want to invite you to join my program, 6 Figure Frequency. It's for sacred women who want to align with the energy of 6 figures or more. Go to melissaalesian.com/money to join.